Hey guys, Eric here, Florida High Performance. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I am standing next to a very special car, a 2015 Camaro Z28. Right out of the box from General Motors, this thing's already packing a punch. A 7-liter, 427 cubic inch V8. But of course, in typical Florida High Performance fashion, we took it to that next level. Stay tuned. The whole idea of the Z28 program was to offer customers basically an out-of-the-box race car, which is really what this is. So one of the features of the Z28 are the exterior aero components that GM put on this vehicle. They are functional, and they certainly stand out. We're talking a large front splitter, side skirts, and rear wing, all give the Z28 a very custom look. So the original Z28 would have come standard with this rear spoiler on the deck lid. The customer opted to add this rear extension to provide a little bit more downforce at the track. And one other unique feature to the Z28 are the Recaro racing seats you'll find in the interior. They're both meant for the track and street use and are just as comfortable either way. So I told you guys that the Z28 out of the box is ready for the racetrack. Well, that's evident by these big ass carbon ceramic brakes on both the front and rear of this vehicle and 305 series tires on all four corners. So let's get down to business. What makes this thing go? Low end and mid-range torque was a big factor in this build. So we opted to go with the Whipple 2.9 liter Supercharger, which not only would give us the peak horsepower we were looking for, but also that punch down low. We wanted to give this Supercharger a nice custom look. They normally come black from Whipple. We had Boca Raton paint and body, put a nice gloss red finish on this to really let it pop when you pop the hood open. On front of the Whipple 2.9 Supercharger is a Nick Williams 103mm throttle body, which we had adapted to the blower with a plate here made by JC Customs. So the LS7 that came standard in this car is a badass motor, don't get me wrong. 7,000 RPM redline, 505 horsepower. The problem with it is it's not so great for boost. I knew this guy was gonna wanna make a lot of power, shooting for like 8 or 9 pounds, and we were worried that the stock bottom end of the LS7 was not gonna be able to handle that reliably. So we turned to our friends at Texas Speed and Performance for a custom 427. So let's talk a little bit about the custom engine that's in the Z28. They start with a 5.3 liter aluminum block that you'd find typically in a truck. And what they do is they cut the sleeves out and they press in Darton sleeves. The reason they press in the Darton sleeves is so that when we open the bore up to 4.125 inches, we still have plenty of cylinder wall thickness left for really as much boost as we want to put through this thing. Once the machining and the block is done, they go with a set of forged pistons, forged rods, and of course a forged crankshaft, 4-inch stroke. 4-inch stroke and a 4.125 bore is going to get us 427 cubic inches, which of course is the factory cubic inch size on the LS7 that came in this car. With all the custom machining and parts that went into this bottom end, what we basically get is a bulletproof 427 that can handle anything we throw at it and is super reliable. I mean, the guy could drive it every day, anywhere, anytime. As far as cylinder heads go, we took the factory LS7 cylinder heads off of the factory motor, sent them out to West Coast cylinder heads, and had them completely CNC ported both on the intake and exhaust ports. They keep the titanium intake valves that came from the factory, and then they replace the exhaust valves, which, as you know, in the LS7s were troublesome. Over the years, some of those valves had issues, the valve guides had issues, so we took care of all those problems. We eliminated any chance of anything going wrong and put a really nice ported cylinder head on this to help move the air that this 427 needs. And of course, no Florida high performance build would be complete without a big ass, choppy cam. And that's exactly what we went with. Now, the only difference is the camshaft that we spec for this build is boost friendly. So it's got a little less overlap than what we'd normally run in an LS7, or in this case a 427, but still chops, still makes power through the entire power band, and it really complements the Whipple Supercharger. We're only making about 9 pounds of boost, and we were able to get that with a 3.5 upper from Whipple and a 10% overdriven Innovator's West harmonic balancer. Now, why only 9 PSI? Well, the customer was adamant on this build that 93 octane was the only fuel he was gonna run. So given the fact that we were limited to 93 octane, and considering the modifications done to this, 9 pounds of boost was that safe spot he could drive every day and not have any issues. So as you guys know, with any build, what comes in must go out. Right? This 427 and Whipple are moving a whole bunch of air, so it was very important that we went with a very high quality and free-flowing exhaust. Of course, we turned to our friends at American Racing Headers, who provided us with a 2-inch primary long tube header and a full 3-inch exhaust all the way back to the tips. what good is all this power if you can't get it to the wheels? As you know, the Z28 came with a 6-speed manual transmission. So while we were in there replacing the engine, we also replaced the clutch. We turned to our friends at Monster Clutches in Texas that provided us with a Z28 specific twin disc clutch setup that can handle well over 1,000 horsepower. So you're all probably wondering, what the hell did this car make at the rear wheels? On 9 pounds of boost and 93 octane, we were able to make 760 rear wheel horsepower and 700 foot-pounds of torque. Ooh wee! All right guys, that about wraps it up on the Z28. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed building this car. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, comment below, and don't forget to check out our 1,000 horsepower ZL1 daily driven Camaro. See you next time.